Okay, so here's the next step to setting up your Revlana system. And we're going to talk about this My Staff piece right here. Before I get into that, I want you to understand something. So let's say you're an individual and you own this med spa, it's only you and that's it. Even if it's only you, we're going to set you up as an individual user, but we're also going to set up a second user that's more for the automations. And that's what I mean. I'm going to show you real quick. In the automations, for instance, you have a ton of them, right? So I'm going to go into capture. Let's say someone reaches out to you on chatbot. So in every single automation, when someone reaches out to you on chatbot, it's going to give you an alert. It's also going to automatically reply back to that person, and you have a connection, right? So what we're going to do, even though it's only you, essentially we have a little tag here. It says assign a user. So this is where we assign your your general person, not you. Even though this general person is you at first. If there's someone, if you're a large organization, this general person is going to represent the entire med spa, let's say. So let's say it's Dr. Smith and your wellness team. It's going to be more of that general. It's going to be more of that general email, like ask at yourwellnessteam.com, or it's going to be more of like Dr. Smith and your wellness team. And then Dr. Smith is going to have his only or her only, her direct or his direct user account where they're going back and forth with someone privately, and it's showing their contact information, not this general message of Dr. Smith and your wellness team. So hopefully that makes sense. There's two different ways you're going to be interacting with people. One's one-on-one, it's you, it's your cell phone, it's your email, and then there's the other one that's more like contact our office, and here's ask at or hello at, and it's more the general. So in every workflow we assign your user. The user is going to be this general person of like Dr. Smith and your wellness team, and then it's going to, when it texts or emails the prospect or your client, it's going to show them, it's going to sign off with that information. So the user, the assigned user, it's going to be the assigned user's name. So instead of maybe Dr. Smith, it might say Dr. Smith and your wellness team. And then it'll have like ask at is the user email or hello at, and then the user phone is the main number instead of your direct line. So that's why we assign a user, because all of these little snippets are very, very, they're tied to what I'm about to bring you to right now. Same thing with the emails. So this is a chat. It doesn't have any emails in there. So I'm going to bring you to like contact us. This has some emails in here. So I'll show you when there's an email automation, someone reaches out to you on chat. What we're doing is we're going to settings. Every one of these settings is going to have the username, which again is that general Dr. Smith and your wellness team. And this is going to be ask at or hello at yourwellnessteam.com. And then when you get into actions and look at this email, that's also where the from, that's what the from name is going to say. That's what the from email is going to be. And then when it gets into the signatures, the user signature, that user signature is going to correspond with exactly what I'm bringing you through right now. So I'm going to go back to settings here, and I'm going to go back to my staff, and let's look at the difference here. So set up, this is for your overall user. So this is more of the overall, that signature block I was referring to. This is going to be like how you want your practice name, the care team, Dr. Smith and your wellness team, for instance. And then you're going to have a scheduling and support phone number, main service line like ask at, hello at, your Revlana phone number, your main Revlana phone number is going to be in here, not your direct line or your cell phone. And then in this also, we like having the address in the signature block of this user who is the overall user, because this signature block, when someone's trying to find your place, if your address is in your signature, people are going to be able to just click on your address and get directions to your place. And of course, you'll have your website in there. And then these are just notes in here to remind you how to set this up properly. And then you'll notice up here, it's like, set this up as like your Dr. Smith and your wellness team, like I said, ask at. So hopefully that makes sense. The phone number should be the main Revlana phone number. And then you don't have to worry about these right now, but user permissions, the overall user, we make the admin. So we give this person admin status. So all of these should be turned on for this particular overall user. The user role of this is admin of this overall user. And then your call and voicemail settings, it's going to be no timeout. And you're going to upload, we have an outbound message for voicemail. You can upload something here. This may or may not ever get heard. It depends on how your system's set up, and we'll go into that in more detail. But you can upload an MP3 WAV file, and we have one in here that's just a generic outbound message for voicemail of a med spa, just so you know. And then user availability, you want to have this, it'll make sense later, but just so you know how to set this up, you want it 12 a.m. to 11:55 p.m. every single day, because this particular calendar, you never want restricted. You want it to always be available, and then you can restrict it in other ways. But in setting up your profile, this is what you want to do. So just trust us on that. Make it 12 a.m. to 11:55 p.m. Then click on apply all. And these, you're just like, all you're doing is clicking these to make them blue. That means you are available on those days, because they start out not available. And then you add them in as these are your available days. You absolutely don't want to forget to set your time zone. Everything you do in scheduling your social posts, scheduling appointments, everything relies on this time zone. So please make sure you do that. You can also just put in your address, your meeting location. If it's always the same address, you can always enter it there. And if it's Zoom calls or Google Meet, you have that. But for the most part, it's going to be people coming to your address. And then your user calendar configuration. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that later in integrations. But this shows you how you set up an individual user, and you want to definitely make sure you upload, you press change. It brings you to your files, and then you upload your logo or whatever you want to show when you're interacting with people. And that's it. That gives you the idea. And then just so you know too, you as an individual user, when you go into this one is just you one-on-one interacting with people. So again, you want to upload your picture or a logo of your company, and then your first name, your last name, your direct email and your domain, your direct phone number, or it could be the company phone number, the Revlana phone number, if that's what you want it to be. And in the signature, this could be any way you want. It's going to be you interacting with people directly, not that general Mrs. Smith and everybody. Okay. And then under permissions, you're going to want stats and things, but parts of these, you're going to be set up as just a user, not an administrator, only because we don't want you messing around with any kind of anything like social planner. You can, anything that has to do with something you can mess up, and if you don't know how to use this system, I would definitely make sure that you take it off So the reporting stuff is fine. You don't want to be messing with tags. Maybe you want to be able to add and take tags off if you know what that is. You're allowed to have it on, but don't create tags that are already there. So if you don't know what you're doing, turn it off. And then the settings, you don't want to mess with settings. Online listings, you can go to contacts and opportunities, triggers, dashboard, all these things, appointments, bulk requests, funnels. Don't mess with funnels. Conversations you definitely want to get into. Reviews, yes, you want access to that. Membership, you don't really need to worry about that at all. So anything that you think you might screw up, just turn off. Facebook ads reporting, you can't really mess with reporting too much, so that's okay. And then when you get into your call and voicemail settings, make sure you go to no timeout and then upload the generic but warm outbound message. If it's not there, it should be in automatically in there in your setup. Get your time zone in there. Get what I said, that 12 a.m. to 11:55 p.m. every day open. Keep that calendar wide open, and then you want to press save. My little record thing is in front of the save button, but then you want to press save and get that saved. And hopefully this made sense. I hope you appreciate the orientation videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Have a great day.